long time no see. I was just watching some of my past videos, actually, specifically the one that I first made back in like July, so last summer, almost a whole year since I've been following Jesus, and just having a lot of reflecting on like how much my life has changed and how just the steps with the Lord, it's not something that you can just know, like you can't just figure it out, okay? I've been really distant in a way from God with my heart posture. I've been, reading my Bible every day and praying and attending my life group and going to church, and I'm doing all the routine steps, right? I'm going through the motions, and I've just been feeling so much spiritual burnout, is a good way to describe it. And it sucks. It sucks because here I am, pursuing the Lord, yet I'm not feeling him. And that's where, I spent some time with Jesus today, and like, even just saying that, it really magnifies to me that, Christ is not a feeling. Jesus is not something that is just like, oh, I really feel him right now. Because feelings change, and I can't base my faith, I can't base my relationship with Christ on whether or not I feel him, because regardless, he's right here. He's in my heart, he's right here. Something that I talked about in my first video back in July is at the end I prayed, and I was able to like close my eyes right here, right now, and like get prayer from myself, which was crazy but amazing. And something that I said back then was, open your heart. If you're relying on your own understanding, Proverbs 3:5, you're not going to feel God. And I have definitely been relying on my own understanding, whether I like it or not. I'm busy with school and with work and with a boyfriend and with church and with my dog and with my friends and with my fitness, and like the list just piles up, just because my life is filled with so many of these amazing things that are all gifts from God. Every single one of those areas is such a gift from God. Why would I then take it upon myself to act like I am just, oh, I got it. School, don't worry about it, God, I got it. Same with work or anything else. I got too comfortable in, this capacity that I was functioning at, and then I was like, no, I got it, God. And like, I'm fine. Telling myself, I'm fine. This is fine. That's not fair. That's one, not helping my relationship with God, because if I am not fine, I need to be honest with him, and I can't be honest with him if my heart is freaking shut. So that's one area, if your heart is shut, and what I mean by shut is you're kind of just going through the motions like I was. You're just chugging along, you're just making it through. You're not being sensitive to what God is actually putting in your life, like what's presently going on around you. You're not being, open to being compassionate with others, or with yourself, or like you're not being open to how you really feel. Because if you think about how you really feel, at least for me, when I sit and I'm like, and I just sit and I like let myself freaking mellow out, my soul, my body, my mind, my heart yearns for the Lord, because he's the only one that can feel it. I feel tired every single day. I feel when I wake up sometimes like, gosh, I just want to sleep all day. Doesn't everyone feel that? That's definitely not a new thought. But basically, when my heart is open, at least I can be raw and vulnerable, and I can take that to God, and rely on his understanding and let him carry my burdens as he wants to do. He's given me all of these amazing things, and he's like, okay, just because I've given you these things doesn't mean that I gave them to you to carry. I've given them to you as gifts, as blessings. Let me do the work. That's how dope he is. He wants to do the work for us, and all he wants in return is a relationship with an open heart. And I've been, as I said, severely lacking in that for weeks. Probably over a month even. And I feel it. I feel it in every area of my life. It's so strange. And, this is new to me. I just started following Christ legitimately and having a relationship and following him less than a year ago, starting in June. And there's just been a lot of reflecting of there's never going to be a point in my walk with Jesus where I feel like I have this knowledge and this wisdom, and yes, the Lord will bless me with those things, but the second that I take that upon myself and I'm like, Faith, you're really close to Jesus, and you've known all these things, and you've been able to help these people, and you've experienced these things, it's what am I doing? I'm making it about me, and that's selfish. Why would I not continue to be waiting for God to bring a miracle into my life, to give me a word, to speak to me and give me new revelations? I remember one time I heard at my old church, there's a woman who was hearing about someone's testimony and how God had just worked a straight up miracle in her life, and the woman was like, oh my gosh, I remember that years ago, and I don't want that. I don't want to sit back and think about when I was so close to God at this point and then reflect now, and I'm but it's different now, and that's how it feels, and I hate that. So I guess I'm making this video just to say hi, because it's been months. Okay, it's been 3 months, and I don't like that. I want to be vulnerable, and I want to help anyone who is a Christian or not a Christian and just wants to walk with me, walk with Jesus. I want to walk with you guys. We're all the body. We all need help. I love fellowship. Just want to be vulnerable about where I'm at and not make a video be life is good. God is great, but I don't need to lie and say that I feel great if I don't. So, 1, be vulnerable, and 2, just share it, just to open my heart up to you guys and to anyone else that may feel the same, or, has been walking with Christ and has felt this way, and can give me some helpful advice or encouragement, because, it's an everyday thing, and it's a relationship. Sometimes I don't want to show up for myself, so it's discipline. It's spiritual discipline to show up and to meet God where he is every single day, even if that's just, I'm not reading my Bible, but I'm just sitting in prayer because I just need to sit in his presence, even if it's just that. So I hope you guys are all doing good. We made it through the winter. I'm so freaking excited to go back home to Alaska and see my family. I haven't been home since August. I miss home so much. And yeah, I hope you guys are all doing really well. I'm praying for you all, and I just pray that God just gives you what you need. If that's advice, if that's, love, a hug, conviction, whatever it is, I pray that God gives me what I need, and that my heart is open to it, and that your hearts are open to that as well. So, yeah. Okay. I love you guys. Bye.